Louder every night, like 1,000 ghosts dragging me alive. I'm buried beneath the noise, lost inside the wreckage now. Every broken memory destroys the little faith I still allow. I hear the thunder in my veins, feel the fire beneath my skin. No escape from all this pain. The war inside will never end. The smoke still rises from the past, a fading dream that couldn't last. Every word became a blade, every light began to fade. Now the darkness feels like home, a king without a shattered throne. I built these walls with my own fear, now no one's left to pull me near. And the echoes crawl through the hollow air. Every breath I take feels beyond repair. I'm buried beneath the noise, lost inside the wreckage now. Every broken memory destroys the little faith I still allow. I hear the thunder in my veins, feel the fire beneath my skin. No escape from all this pain. The war inside will never end. If the world collapses tonight, would anybody know my name? Or fade away into the dark like ashes blown into the rain? I'm buried beneath the noise, screaming through the falling sky. Every broken part destroys, the last reason left to try. Thunder roaring in my veins, second guitar slowly joins in. Sharp, haunting, and drenched in violent reverb. The melody grows heavier with every second, pulling deeper into chaos. Then, a deep bass enters. Slow, dirty, massive. The bass growls beneath the guitars like thunder rolling through empty streets at midnight. Suddenly, brutal tom drums begin pounding like distant explosions. Boom, boom, boom. The drums grow rougher and more aggressive with every measure. Snare hits crack violently through the atmosphere. Tiny cymbals explode like broken glass. A savage down-tuned guitar riff crashes down beside the bass line. The instruments begin a brutal emotional duel. Guitar screams, bass growls, drums attack relentlessly. The rhythm slows briefly, then erupts into full double kick destruction. Stretches into a long cinematic storm of crashing breakdown grooves, screaming harmonics, violent drum fills, deep bass line, emotional guitar melodies buried beneath the chaos. Everything suddenly cuts out except the bass. One final bass pulse, boom. Then the verse explodes. Another night beneath neon haze. Another blur I can't erase. The smoke hangs heavy in the air, like every secret buried there. Bottle after bottle drains, trying to wash away the pain. But every high just leaves me cold. The broken soul growing old. I hear the city scream my name, while drowning slowly in the flames. The pills dissolve, the lights distort. Another war I can't abort. And the silence hits harder every time I'm alone. So I keep chasing shadows till ears. Drums pound with raw emotional brutality. One more drink, one more line, anything to escape my mind. Like thunder rolling through empty streets at midnight. Suddenly, brutal tom drums begin pounding like distant explosions. Boom, 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 the drums grow rougher and more aggressive with every measure. Snare hits crack violently through the atmosphere. China cymbals explode like broken glass. A savage down-tuned guitar riff crashes down beside the bass line. The instruments begin a brutal emotional duel. Guitar screams, bass growls, drums attack relentlessly. The rhythm slows briefly, then erupts into full double kick destruction. Oh, the rhythm slows briefly, then erupts into full double kick destruction. Oh, the second guitar slowly joins in, sharp haunting and breathing reverb. Melody grows heavy. Forces collide immediately. One playing chaotic blast beats like panic, the other hammering slow, brutal tribal hits like distant trauma resurfacing. A deep, oppressive bass riff, low, heavy, dragging like something being pulled through concrete. Then guitar strike, one shrieks in a piercing, almost painful lead tone. The other grinds a daunting riff that feels like collapsing walls. The rhythm fights itself constantly. Stop, start, explode again. Snare cracks echo like slam doors. Cymbals tear through the air like shattered glass. The intro stretches longer and more unstable, like memory itself breaking apart. Suddenly everything drops. A single bass pulse remains. Boom. Then the main riff crashes down like emotional impact. I never learned what safe could mean. Just quiet rooms and broken scenes where words were sharp but never kind, and fear was always in the line. The night just a mask to hide the pain I couldn't ask. A smile that never felt my own, a voice that always sounded gone. The world moved on, I stay the same, still haunted by a nameless name, still building walls I can't escape, still shaped by everything they may, and every step I try to take feels like I'm made of old mistakes. A future built on fragile ground where echoes are the only sound. And I can't outrun what shaped my mind. It lives in every version of the life I find. Shadows never grow up inside of me, they follow through each memory. No matter where I try to go, they hold on tight and never leave. I carry them through every day. In silence I survive, but everything I left behind is still alive inside. If I could speak to who I was, I'd tell him it's not his fault, but time just keeps on moving past, while broken memories evolve. Shadows never glow up inside of me, they live in everything I say, and every time I think I'm free, they come back stronger than before. I carry them without control, a trial still in disguise, and everything I ever was refuses to die. Still here. Still here. Streetlights flicker in the pouring rain. Another sleepless night begins. Mama, what's the back time tonight, I hold the pieces of your heart, but now the silence kills the light and tears my world apart. I regret everything I've done.
The pain will never let me go.
I'm haunted by what I've become.
A dying soul lost below.
Ashes in my veins, fire in my chest.
I bury love beneath the rage and sentence me to death.
The guitar enters first, sharp, agonizing, drenched in destruction, slowly bending into a haunting melodic scream. Slow, like a collapsing building made of sound. The drums follow, not gently, but like artillery fire. Snap, snare hits explode with raw aggression, while double kick pulses beating, crawling underneath like a growing machine of destruction. Two guitar forces emerge, wallowing, grinding, dragging everything downward. One eye is screaming, cutting through the air like shattered glass. They begin a violent duel. Melody versus chaos, control versus collapse. The tempo shift with a warning. The drums break pattern, then return even harder.
Cymbals crash endlessly like metal storms colliding in midair.
The bass line thickens until it feels physical, like pressure in the chest.
Everything built,
Then drops into a sudden half-second silence. A single bass hit, and then the full band detonates into the verse.
I built a throne from shattered pride, where broken promises collide. Every step I take feels wrong, like I don't belong for long. The walls I made begin to crack, no way forward, no way back. Every mirror shows the blame carved into my face again. I hear the voices in the stone screaming I am not alone, but all they do is drag me down beneath the sinking glass crown.
And I can't escape the weight I created.
Every breath I take feels contaminated.
This is the
passion. Guitars grind into deep mechanical chunks. Watch it fall, watch it break. Everything I couldn't see. From ash and pain, would I still end up here again? Or is the ruin all I know? A kingdom built to let me go. This is the fall of my glass kingdom. I watch it burn into the sky. Every piece I held as freedom becomes the reason why I die.
No control, no safe return.
Only everything I burn.
The kingdom falls inside my head,
And all that's left is what I've dread.
monstrous downturn, guitar crashes in with filthy palm-muted riffs. Another guitar screams above it with razor-sharp tremolo, picking in chaotic dive bombs. The bass tone growls like an earthquake beneath the mix. 1 second of silence, then a massive breakdown slams down harder. The snare cracks like bones breaking, China cymbals explode non-stop, guitar harmonics scream like sirens in hell. The riff grows slower, heavier, dirtier. Violently, the riff mutates into crushing syncopated chugs. Double bass drums hammer endlessly like machine guns. The intro stretches into pure chaos before collapsing into the verse with one final scream. Burn it down. I feel the pressure crushing me. A cage of rage I cannot leave. Every night the shadows crawl and whisper madness through the walls. The city burns beneath the rain. 1,000 voices scream my name. I try to kill the fear inside, but now it wears my face tonight. And the static in my brain keeps dragging me below. Every scar became a chain I can never let go. There's a beat without rest. These shattered thoughts consume my mind like wolves that hunt me from inside. Now the noise won't fade, it keeps feeding the storm. Every breath I take feels twisted and torn. There's a riot inside my head, a war that never sleeps. Every memory left for dead still claws its way through me. The fire keeps feeding my rage, the darkness tightens control. I'm trapped inside this endless cage, a screaming ghost without a soul. Low guitars hit like collapsing buildings. The bass shakes violently. Drums pound with crushing halftime brutality. Tear it apart. If I disappear tonight, would anybody even care? Or fade into the violent dark like smoke dissolving? In the yard, there's a riot inside my head. The walls are caving in. Every word I never said becomes an opposite. And fire tears apart my veins. The storm consumes my soul. I became the thing I fear. Now the chaos takes control. One final blood-curdling scream echoes into static. I was only 7 when the silence hit the walls. Two shadows screaming in the kitchen. Then one of them was gone. Broken picture on the bedroom floor. Suitcase rolling through the front door. Mama crying in the midnight rain. Daddy vanished like a runaway train. School bells ringing, but I feel dead. Every voice is living in my head. Every night I hear the same old fight, even when the house is quiet. I tried to scream, but nobody listened. Built my world from pain and addiction. Raise a bottle to the sky tonight, drowning all the scars they left inside. I'm just a kid with a shattered soul, trying to survive this broken home. Empty bottles, blacked out dreams. Nothing's ever what it seems. If love is real, then tell me why. I learned to drink before I learned to fly. Mama says your father lost his way.
survive this broken home.
Empty bottles, blacked out dreams.
Nothing's ever what it seems.
If love is real, then tell me why.
I learned to drink before I learned to fly. This life, I never asked for goodbye. You tore the world apart in front of my eyes. Now the mirror shows a stranger living reckless, full of anger, a child buried underneath the rain.
Broken home, broken heart, rip my childhood all apart. One more drink, one more lie. Watch a little angel die.
Raise the bottle to the sky tonight, trying just to make it through the night. I'm still that kid with a shattered soul, searching for a place called home.
Empty bottles on the floor again.
Trying to numb the storm within,
If love can heal, then let it start.
before the darkness takes my heart. I was only 7 when the silence became my only friend.
The bass growls violently beneath the mix like collapsing concrete. Drums and guitars enter a vicious duel. A single heartbeat, kick, drum. Boom, 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 boom. Then a catastrophic breakdown crashes down with devastating force. Crouches erupt beneath the chaos. Drake, Drake, Drake. The intro stretches into a long, brutal groove before collapsing into the vibes. Another night beneath neon lights, another bottle kills the fight. Smoke fills the air inside my lungs like poison dripping from my tongue. The world outside keeps caving in, so I drown the noise beneath my skin. Every shot burns
silence scares me more somehow, so I keep running from myself into another living hell. I just wanna feel numb enough to breathe. The night devours what's left of me. I'm chasing shadows through the street with 50 bottles at my feet.
Drown the pain, kill the lights,
Fade away into the night. No control, no escape, just another
soul erase. One final scream, tears through the static. Numb forever. The crushing groove through shattered streets, where every heartbeat tastes defeat.
The sky above is cold and dead, like every promise that was said.
I tried to bury all the pain, but every scar still knows my name.
These empty holes inside my mind are prisons I can't leave behind. And the silence screams louder every night, like 1,000 ghosts dragging me alive.
I'm buried beneath the noise,
Lost inside the wreckage now. Every broken memory destroys the little faith I still allow.
I hear the thunder in my veins,
Feel the fire beneath my skin. No escape from all this pain. The war inside will never end.
the smoke still rises from the past, a fading dream that couldn't last. Every word became a blade, every light began to fade. Now the darkness feels like home, a king without a shattered throne. I built these walls with my own fear, now no one's left to pull me near.
And the echoes crawl through the hollow air. Every breath I take feels beyond repair.
I'm buried beneath the noise,
Lost inside the wreckage now. Every broken memory destroys the little faith I still allow.
I hear the thunder in my veins,
Feel the fire beneath my skin. No escape from all this pain. The war inside will never end. If the world collapses tonight, would anybody know my name? Or fade away into
conflicting rhythms tearing against each other like fractured thoughts. One is tight and mechanical, cold and repetitive. The other is chaotic, unstable, and violently unpredictable. Deep bass crawl underneath like something alive but dying. Then the guitars enter, a shrill, piercing lead, like an alarm inside the skull. A downton rhythm guitar drags heavy chords forward, like a collapsing identity. Everything clashes, nothing resolves. The drums accelerate into blast beat chaos, then suddenly cut out. Silence. A single distorted guitar note hangs, trembling boom. The full riff crashes in, disoriented, unstable, shifting in tempo like memory breaking apart. I woke up in a face I don't know, staring back through fractured glass below. Every memory feels unaligned, like someone stole the shape of my mind. I speak, but the words don't belong, like I'm just echoes of a song that used to mean something real before I forgot how to feel. The names I knew don't sound the same, like they were never mine to claim. And every step I try to take feels like a choice I didn't make. And I keep losing track of who I used to be. Every thought I have feels like a stolen memory. I don't recognize myself anymore. I'm someone I wasn't before. Every piece is falling apart inside this empty heart. I'm chasing shadows in my skin of who I once was then. But the more I try to hold on tight, the more I fade again. I walk through places I once knew, but nothing feels like something true. The mirror show a stranger's face that moves with unfamiliar grace. Even silence feels just joy, like I'm a guest inside my bones. And every version of my name feels like it belongs to someone changed. I try to remember the start, but everything dissolves apart. Like smoke escaping through my hands, I can't recall who I am. And the more I reach, the less I find. I'm disappearing inside my own mind. I don't recognize myself anymore. I'm someone I wasn't before. Every piece is falling apart inside this empty heart. I'm chasing shadows in my skin of who I once was then. But the more I try to hold on tight, the more I fade again. Bass drones like collapsing identity. Drums hit like broken thoughts repeating. Guitars grind in dissonant layers. Who am I? Who is I? Why doesn't it feel like mine?
version lost in where and when. I'd stitch the pieces back to whole before I lost control. But every path just bends away, and nothing ever wants to stay. So I keep walking through the blur of someone I once was. I don't recognize myself anymore. I'm shattered to the core. Every reflection that I see looks nothing like me.
I'm lost inside my own design,
A name that isn't mine. And every time I think I'm found,
I disappear in time.
was that me? Was that me?
A monstrous downturn, guitar crashes in with filthy palm-muted riffs. Another guitar screams above it with razor-sharp tremolo, picking in chaotic dive bombs. The bass tone growls like an earthquake beneath the mix. 1 second of silence, then a massive breakdown slams down harder. The snare cracks like bones breaking, China cymbals explode non-stop, guitar harmonics scream like sirens in hell. The riff grows slower, heavier, dirtier. Tempo shift violently, the riff mutates into crushing syncopated chugs. Double bass drums hammer endlessly like machine guns. The intro stretches into pure chaos before collapsing into the verse with one final scream. Burn it down. I feel the pressure crushing me, a cage of rage I cannot leave. Every night the shadows crawl and whisper madness through guitars arrive. One guitar screams in a piercing, shrill tone. The other drags a filthy, down-tuned riff that grinds like broken metal scraping stone. The rhythm fracture stops, returns harder. Snare hits explode like gunshots in a hallway. Cymbals crash like collapsing doors. The intro becomes a battlefield of sound. Chaotic drum duels, trembling bass lines, and tortured guitar wails fighting for dominance. A sudden drop silence for half a breath. Then the main riff crashes in like memory, returning violently. I learned fear before I learned my name. A house of silence dressed in shame, where footsteps echoed like a threat. And every room I can't forget. The walls would breathe, the nights would crawl. No comfort waiting in the hall, just shadows stretching down the stairs like something watching from nowhere. I was too small to understand the weight of rage inside their head, so I just learned to disappear and let the darkness settle near. And I still hear it now, the fractured memory, a childhood carved in silence that never set me free. Echoes of a broken childhood, still burning underneath my skin. The past is never really gone, it lies where I begin. I carry scars I never show, in every step I take, and everything I ever knew is built from fear and pain. Adolescence came like falling rain, but nothing washed away the pain. The same old ghost still called my name, just wearing different shades of blame. I walked through halls of staring eyes, stood trapped beneath internal sky, where confidence was just a mask for all the damage I would hide. And every laugh I tried to fake was just another crack to break. The boy I was still lived inside, just buried where I couldn't hide. And the years don't heal, they only rearrange what was once a wound, just learns to change and shine. Echoes of a broken childhood, still burning underneath my skin. The past is never really gone, it lies where begins immediately. One rhythm stomping like war machinery, the other tearing through time with chaotic blast beats. Deep bass riffs slamming beneath everything, slow and crushing like the weight of a collapsing city. Then the guitars ignite. A shrieking lead guitar cuts through the mix like a siren of pure distress, while a downtuned rhythm guitar grinds forward with violent, unrelenting force. The sound twists and fights itself, drums against drums, riff against collapse, sudden silence, a single bass pulse. Full riff detonates, heavier, darker, more emotional than before. I walk through streets that never sleep, where broken promises run deep. The neon lights don't feel alive, they only show me how I've survived. Every face I pass is blurred like echoes of a life unheard. I learned to hide behind the noise to drown the past I didn't choose. The city screams without a voice, and I became its broken choice. A shadow stitched from night and pain, still wandering through acid rain. And I can feel it crawl inside my hollow chest. Every step I take feels like a failed escape. Under ashes, under neon skies, I'm still fighting what's inside. Every memory won't die, it just learns how to hide. I break but never fall away, just learn to stay in shape. A living wound that walks through time without a place to escape. I see reflections I don't know, and shattered glass and fading glow. A version of me lost in time, still paying for what wasn't mine. The past comes back in fragments, loud like thunder, hidden in a crowd. And every smile I try to fake is just another thing that breaks. No sanctuary in my head, just echoes of the words once said. And every step I try to take feels like another chain to break. And I cannot run what lives beneath my skin. Every breath I take lets the darkness in. Under ashes, under neon skies, I'm still fighting what's inside. Every memory won't die, it just learns how to hide. I break but never fall away, just learn to stay in shape. A living wound that walks through time without a place to escape. If I could rewrite the fading light, I'd burn the ghosts that haunt the night. But I'm still built from broken parts and shattered echoes in my heart. Under ashes, under neon sky, the past refuses to die. Every scream I keep inside becomes a reason why. I break but never fall away, just learn to stay in shape. A living wound that walks through time without a place to escape. forces collide violently. One precise, mechanical marching like a broken system. The other chaotic, unstructured, like panic trying to escape. A deep, distorted bass. One shrieking lead tone spirals endlessly like a losing thought, while a down-tuned rhythm guitar grinds forward like identity being erased frame by frame. The entire mix feels unstable, like it's forgetting itself in real time. Sudden drop, a single heartbeat kick drum. Boom, 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 boom. Then the full riff crashes in, heavier, colder, emptier. I wake up wearing someone's skin, a name I don't remember in. The mirror stares but doesn't know the shape I used to call my own. Every thought feels borrowed now, like echoes I don't understand how to separate from what I was before I lost the reason why. I speak but hear a stranger's voice, a hollow sound without a choice, like I was built from broken glass and scattered through a fading past. And I can feel it slip through everything I am, like sand inside my grave. I don't know where I began. Who am I when the noise stops? When all the faces fall apart, I'm searching through a hollow world for some trace of my heart. I'm lost between what's real and fake, a shadow that won't break, a name I say but don't believe is all that's left to take. I walk through rooms I've never seen, yet somehow know what they all mean. Like fragments of a life erased, still haunting every empty space. The pictures blur, the edges fade, like memories that never stayed. And every version I become just feels more distant, more undone. I try to hold on to the thread, but it dissolves inside my head, like I was never meant to be a solid shape, a history. And I keep falling through the cracks I cannot mend, becoming something new that doesn't know my end. Who am I when the noise stops? When all the faces fall apart, I'm searching through a hollow world for some trace of my heart. I'm lost between what's real and fake, a shadow that won't break, a name I say but don't believe is all that's left to take. Bass drags like memory collapsing, drums hit like fractured time repeating. Guitars churn like thoughts breaking apart. If I don't remember, did I ever exist?